Is education inherently good? Hi, I am Tamara Richter, and this is The School Crisis, a channel where we talk about education. Today, I want to talk about Slavoj Žižek, one of the most provocative philosophers of our time, and why his ideas might completely change how you see education. Because what seems natural is often full of ideology. Žižek was born in 1949 in Slovenia, then part of Yugoslavia. He grew up in a communist society where ideology was everywhere, even or especially when it claimed not to be. He studied philosophy in Ljubljana and was shaped by Hegel, Marx, and Freud. But it was Lacan who gave him the lens to dive deep into desire, the unconscious, and how ideology operates. Žižek blends psychoanalysis with political theory, pop culture, and cinema to expose the hidden logics of our world. Ideology is not simply imposed on ourselves. It is our spontaneous relationship to our social world. The Sublime Object of Ideology, 1989. Žižek rarely writes about education directly, but his entire project forces us to rethink it. Education is never neutral. It always transmits a worldview. What counts as knowledge? Who gets to speak? When a school says it's apolitical, it's already taking a political stance. And when we ignore ideology in the classroom, it doesn't disappear. It just becomes invisible. The most dangerous ideology is the one that pretends to be neutral, living in the end of times, 2010. And what about alternative pedagogies? Montessori, Reggio Emilia, democratic schools? Žižek warns us. What's progressive can become a new form of control. The freedom to choose your own projects can hide neoliberal values, productivity, self-optimization, and performance. We are told, you choose, you lead your learning. But often it's still in service of being useful to the system. Freedom of choice is today nothing more than a form of control disguised as freedom. Welcome to the desert of the real 2002. We feel free because we can choose between options. But Žižek asks, who chose those options for us? Real freedom would mean questioning the structure itself, not just picking between pre-approved paths. Even in most modern schools, we are trained to be flexible, obedient, competitive, and useful. We feel free because we lack the language to articulate our freedom. The Parallax View, 2006. In today's educational world, everything must be fun, but Žižek reminds us, real learning can be uncomfortable. It involves contradiction, frustration, even a sense of failure. Turning learning into entertainment turns students into consumers and makes discomfort unacceptable. Today, more than ever, we must accept that the path to truth often goes through the unpleasant. Trouble in Paradise, 2014. So, can we create an education without ideology? For Žižek, the answer is no. The point is not to escape ideology, but to see it, name it, challenge it. Only then we can imagine a different kind of school, a different way to learn, a different way to desire. The function of ideology is not to offer answers, but to prevent us from asking the right questions. Violence, 2008. What ideology do you think is hiding in your school? Let me know in the comments. And if you want to keep questioning education, subscribe to The School Crisis. See you next time.